A lot of people are talking about burnout because of what we've experienced over the last year and a half, the uncertainty, the chaos of it all. And so today I want to talk to you about 3 different ways that you can recognize burnout when it's happening, and then 3 different ways that you can help with preventing burnout. Okay, so how do you recognize it? You've got a lack of enthusiasm. You go to work, you start your day, and you're just not as enthusiastic as you were a week ago, a day ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever it is. You're lacking that enthusiasm. Second thing, you may have had an attitude shift. So little things are setting you off. You're being frustrated. You're experiencing, irritation with things that don't usually irritate you. And then the third thing is you are lacking energy. So you get up, you have your regular cup of coffee, and you sit down, and you just can't get started, right? It's like, wow, I really just want to take the day off, right? So these are ways that you can recognize burnout. Now, with all those things, your team is still good. You still like your job. It's just simply something's off. So ways to recognize burnout. Okay, so what do you do to prevent burnout? So the first thing is to purposely, and that is the key word here, is purposely schedule downtime. Now, how many times have you said, oh, I need to take some time off, and then not scheduled it, right? We fall into this trap where we mean to do it, and then we forget, and then the next thing you know, you're on to the next thing, or you are working straight through that time. So purposely schedule downtime. And in addition to that, it gives you something to look forward to, which is actually really helpful for your brain to have something to look forward to. The second thing is to celebrate your wins. Now, we are so good at celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, promotions, raises. We jump in there, we celebrate those things, but we forget, or we don't think it's worth it to celebrate the small everyday wins or the weekly wins. I interviewed a woman, Jenny Ditzler, who has passed on. But she and her husband, she wrote a book about this, and she and her husband used to get together every Friday and go out for dinner and then talk about their wins of the week. This is a great example of how to celebrate your wins, because what it does is it brings you back to the present moment, and those wins accumulate over time so that you feel really good. The third thing is to rest. Okay, that seems really obvious when it comes to burnout, right? But I'm going to add something to this. So in addition to resting, you want to give yourself enough time of rest to where you want to reflect. Now, what do I mean by reflect? Reflect is you have time to zoom out and reflect on your career, your life, your relationships, whatever it is. And oftentimes it can be challenging to do this if we haven't given our brain enough space to do that. So you want to be sure that you are giving yourself enough time to rest so that you get to the point of reflection. So for burnout, you want to purposely schedule your downtime. You want to celebrate your wins, especially the small ones, and then give yourself time to rest and reflect.